got to what I'm pretty sure is a good travel corridor. Seeing a lot of tracks, seeing a lot of droppings, but for the life of me, I can't seem to find any rubs. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I just can't seem to find any. Oh wow! Oh Mike, wait a minute! Oh, there's one. There's one right there. Oh man, there's another little guy. What else is around here? Oh boy! Oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's one on that guy. Oh, there's one on this. Crazy, right? Now, finding individual rubs might not be the biggest deal, and I wouldn't suggest dropping pins for every little individual rub you find. But if you find a good rub line, or those rubs are concentrated in an area where you would suspect deer sign to be, either from the map or from where you're walking. Right now, there's one little open area over there, but it has thick cover in it. And then there's another one over there. And then there's this row of relatively open pines that connect the two. And this is like the shortest route between those two. And what do you know it? I mean, these ones are older, but there's a couple more fresh ones from last year right over there. But when you see this historic sign like that, like look, older rubs. That one's a little bit fresher, old rubs, but big rubs, man. And they rubbed like every tree in this little spot. Okay. And then right over here, 10 yards away, is a pretty fresh rub from last year. There's another one right there. I mean, as I keep looking around me, I keep finding more, and I'm sure I'll find more as I head that way. But that's what you want to key in on, are those rubs that are in areas that I guess should have rubs. So those travel corridors between bedding areas, places in thick cover. If you just find a rub out in the open hardwoods, it really doesn't mean that much. You got to dig deeper, and finding this little spot kind of just confirms. So there's another one over there. There's another one right there. Gosh, the more I stand here, the more rubs I see, and that is a significant spot. So either from map recon or from on the ground recon, a spot that makes sense, that funnels deer, and now you're seeing tons of rubs, that is significant. Conversely, if you find a bunch of rubs in an area that you didn't expect to find them, start looking around and trying to figure out why. Like, why are the deer funneled through this area? And once you kind of get the hang of that, once you start keying in on those things, I personally feel like that's where you'll have more success. Don't just be looking at random rubs and be like, awesome, this is a great spot for a tree stand. You need to find something like this. Oh, there's another one over there. As I'm standing here, I just keep seeing more and more, and there's a reason for that. It's because it connects two bedding areas, and right through here, these deer are just cruising, man. Yeah, crucial for rubs, scrapes, anything that you find. Look for that concentration sign. There should be a reason that stuff is there. So I came out of the pine thicket, and I'm working along this transition line. You can see the water out here. I'm kind of in an oxbow of this creek. I'm hoping there's gonna be bedding on the other side, but for the moment I'm a little distracted. I was walking along this edge and finding some sign, and all of a sudden I came upon this. So here's some old historic sign of old rubs. Here's another, just a historic rub to show. But look at this guy. Look at the size of that rub. Huge. And then as I go on, there's more right here. There's some older ones here. Another old one there. Here's another older one. And then here's some fresh ones from this year, it looks like. Or from later in the season. So you can see these guys right here. And then you can see over here too, where his tines were hitting. So if he was rubbing right here and his tines were hitting right there, I mean, you can see that distance. That's going to be a decent buck right there for sure. And these tine marks are coming all the way up to about there. Very cool. Yep, you can even see him still back there. So that's probably a pretty decent buck. I don't know right now if this is exactly where he's crossing the creek like this, or if they're just making their way along this edge. Oh, oops, yep, there's another rub up there. Let's go take a look at that one. You can see this thing is just littered with tracks everywhere. Littered with old rubs. There's some more. I'm gonna have to bust out the hip waders here pretty soon. Yeah, here's another one. So that one might be from early season last year. Still pretty fresh. Transition lines, man. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. So at some point I'm gonna work my way across that creek there. But for now, I'm gonna keep working this transition and just see. But I think I'm gonna come back to that spot where there was 7 or 8 rubs. Oh, here's more. There's more right up here. I can see him. There's old ones on that tree, some old ones on that tree. There's some right there. So finally getting into the good stuff. I'm literally as far as you can get away from roads on this public land, and I'm finally running some really good fresh buck sign. So it's about what you'd expect. This one may not be a big rub for you guys in Ohio and the Midwest, but for down here in VA, that baby's looking pretty good. Somebody got pretty angry at this tree. Must not have been a liberal. Everybody wants to kill big bucks. Oh, but nobody wants to walk through briar patches. Ain't it so?